Monday, April 28th. The week will start with the publication at 1 a.m. of the total number of unemployed individuals in France. This figure reflects the total number of people registered with the National Employment Agency Pôle emploi. Audience data is released at the end of the month. An increase in this indicator suggests a decline in consumer purchasing power, which may negatively affect the euro exchange rate. Later, at 9 a.m., the UK House Price Index from Nationwide will be released. This index is published by the world's largest building society and one of the leading mortgage providers in the UK. An increase in the index may have a positive impact on the pound's exchange rate, as it indicates rising inflation in the housing market. Tuesday, April 29th. At 12 p.m., consumer expectations for price changes in the European Union will be presented. The impact of this data release largely depends on the current economic situation. Excessively high inflation may prompt the European Central Bank to raise interest rates, which in turn could strengthen the currency. However, in a challenging economic environment, such a move could deepen a recession, negatively affecting the currency. Wednesday, April 30th. Midweek at 2:50 a.m., data on retail sales in Japan will be released. This figure reflects the total volume of retail goods and services sold during the reporting month, compared to the previous one. The indicator is highly volatile and is seasonally adjusted. An increase in this indicator may positively impact the Japanese yen exchange rate. Wednesday, April 30th. Midweek at 2:50 a.m., data on retail sales in Japan will be released. This figure reflects the total volume of retail goods and services sold during the reporting month, compared to the previous one. The indicator is highly volatile and is seasonally adjusted. An increase in this indicator may positively impact the Japanese yen exchange rate. At 4 a.m., the Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index (PMI) for China will be published. This is an alternative indicator of China's industrial PMI, calculated by government statistical agencies. A reading above 50 indicates overall growth in industrial activity, while a reading below 50 suggests a decline. An increase in the Manufacturing PMI points to industrial expansion in China, which may positively affect the yuan exchange rate. Thursday, May 1st. The next day at 5:30 a.m., the Bank of Japan will announce its interest rate decision. This decision is made 8 times a year. Setting the interest rate is one of the central tools of monetary policy used by the Bank of Japan to manage the strength of its currency. At 3:30 p.m., the number of initial jobless claims in the United States will be released. This figure reflects the number of people who applied for unemployment benefits for the first time during the previous week. A consecutive increase in jobless claims over several weeks may negatively impact the US dollar exchange rate. Friday, May 2nd. Before the weekend, at 4:30 a.m., retail sales in Australia will be released. This figure reflects the change in the volume of goods sold in retail outlets during the reporting quarter, compared to the same period last year. If retail sales growth slows down, it indicates that consumers have reduced their spending levels. This could lead to a decrease in economic activity in the country and negatively impact the Australian dollar. At 12 p.m., the Consumer Price Index (CPI) for the European Union will be released. This index reflects the change in the prices of goods and services in the Eurozone during the reporting month, compared to the same month of the previous year. An increase in the index, in the context of insufficient inflation, positively affects the euro exchange rate.